VSN Arcade Podcast.
Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is?
Minion! You're under fire with your face!
Not the smartest way to greet the heavily armed group that just kicked in your door.
Head to virtualsportsnetwork.com and sign up for the forums today.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another very special edition of the VSN Arcade Radio Podcast, sponsored by virtualsportsnetwork.com. Sign up for the forums today. This is a very special episode number 91 itself. I am your host, JayDizzle, and along for the ride this evening with me is a very special cavalcade of people, some old, some new, some folks that you have never heard of, some people that you've heard of forever, if you've been here for a while or if you're new. So without further ado, returning this evening is the one, the only, Mr. IamMedellin. How are you?
Oh, what up, man? Sorry, your intro was going a little long.
You're going to play me off the stage with the Kane song. I see how it is. Welcome back, man. Welcome back.
What up, baby?
Cool. Also, return this evening is the one-armed assassin himself, Mr. KNUBB. How are you?
I'm chilling, drinking.
Is it like a regular Tuesday?
Pretty much. Normal Tuesday for me.
Oh, shit, it is Tuesday.
Yeah.
We almost hit hump day.
Oh, God.
I know. With Big Camel. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Hump day? Whoop, whoop!
And last but not least, the most impressive, the most important person of this podcast, Mr. Swarley, producer man himself. How are you?
I don't know how to respond to that overhyped greeting.
You're doing a good job. Keep it up. I think that's
Some silence ensues.
Yep. Anyways, we have a very special show for you guys. As always, let's talk about the agenda. We are talking about multitudes of games that have come out in the past week or are coming up, as well as a very special topic. And we have movers and shakers within the video game industry itself, including Phil Spencer taking over Xbox and Amy Hennig, formerly of Naughty Dog, now joining forces with Visceral Games to come out with a brand new Star Wars game. Very awesome stuff. Also, we're talking about the past Nintendo Direct, and what else are we going to talk about? We're going to do a little bit about what games we've been playing recently and purchases, as well as shout-outs at the end and an outro as usual. So without further ado, let's start with games we've been playing recently. Now, since you returned this week, we're going to start with you, Mr. Medellin. What have you been playing recently?
Yo, just from the offset, I want to know, is this like a little short thing that I'm supposed to talk about, or do I have to get in on it? Because I've been playing Infamous lately, and I didn't get a chance to talk about that last week, and I know y'all talked about it last week, so I'm wondering, like, do I get into it now, or should I just hold off?
Save it for like maybe 10 minutes later after a little bit of the agenda, but you can talk about how you have been playing it though.
Okay, well first off, I got a PlayStation 4. That's first off, because I always said, launch was coming, greatness awaits. I'm waiting on that greatness. Greatness hits when Infamous hits. Alright? So I got it for that. Because I didn't really care about anything that released between Infamous and anything before that. So I finally got that. I played that a little bit. I played a little Mercenary Kings. I played a little... Fuck, what's that other game I was playing? Oh yeah, I played a little DC Universe. Alright? And if you find me over in DC Universe, you know Infamous IamMedellin is all about that red rage.
Hold on. You playing DC Universe, you ain't tell nobody.
Well, no, it was on, but
You're
yeah, I want to check it out.
You're in trouble.
What?
You're in trouble.
Everybody else abandoned it.
That's bullshit.
Everybody else abandoned it.
That's
It was like
bullshit.
the hot thing for like 7 days.
Wait.
So it was playing.
Baloney.
It's like Payday before that. It's like Grand Theft Auto 5 before that. And just like Instant Get before that.
Wasting my time.
Look, here's the thing though. Just because we've unofficially abandoned Grand Theft Auto 5 for what it seems for the third term,
if you say we're playing,
doesn't mean that we've
Universe.
officially stopped playing DC Universe. Just
That's
because
like-
some of us aren't playing doesn't mean we stopped playing. Nobody's always playing that.
This, alright? All y'all have already created your characters, gone into the intro missions. Y'all at a certain point where I'm guessing y'all are hovering or way above level 10. Am I right or am I wrong?
Well above it.
Well above it.
Okay. I'm simply at level 2. So I didn't want y'all waiting on me. Med, you done making your character? Med, you done picking out your name? Med, you done picking your power?
have made fun of you for the entire time.
Exactly. So I skip it. I pass on.
But don't say we've abandoned it because a certain Mr. Sean Whitmer Bomarewski has just hit level 30.
Okay, I'm saying, y'all, man, the last time I heard anybody talking about DC Universe was about, I think, maybe a month ago.
I don't want to hear it.
You just did.
Hurry up and get to, like, level 20. Alright? Get to level 20. And then next time you play it, be like, hey, no. Playing some DC Universe. I'm like, I'm in now.
Really? So that's the game that'll, like, make you drop whatever the hell you're doing. Jump in. You tell me that's it?
The only thing that'll make me drop DC Universe at that moment would be Team Up on 2K.
No, I'm saying, you'll drop whatever you're doing at that moment just to jump into DC Universe.
Dude, I will walk the fuck out of Wendy's.
Really? Like, you wouldn't even hijack the drive-through window, put your game station on there, and fucking play it that way. You'll just head home. Fuck this place.
I get the fuck.
Alright. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was like that, no. I thought it was just on record. I thought it was just like another game.
Nope.
Alright. You'll help me get up to level 30? I need to get up to level 30.
I already have a 30. I'm trying to get another 30.
Alright, dude, I've only tapped that red rage, man. I've only tapped that red rage. Alright?
What else you been playing?
What else have I been playing? Well, recently, I figured out how to connect my DualShock 3 over to my lovely and most powerful PC. So I can play all third-person games now on my PC with my DualShock 3. I was playing some Saints Row 4, worked to perfection, looks even better, fun as fuck. I'm trying to think what else I played. I think that's it. Oh yeah, and of course Pokemon. Can't forget Pokemon. Can't forget Pokemon. I haven't played a lot of Pokemon. Haven't got that Mega Charizard yet, but it's coming. It's building. Got that Team Laser.
Did you download Loadout?
Loadout? The fuck's that?
PC game, dude.
Oh yeah. Hey, you told me about that like months ago. We never got into it.
I know, I played it. I played with Hitman. Where you been at? Just like DC Universe.
I've been on Steam. I've been on Steam waiting for somebody to hit me up.
That's good. I don't want to hear it.
I've been waiting on Steam for someone to hit me up. Because last time, every time I check KNUBB's profile, it says offline.
I'm a busy man.
Alright.
Okay. Well, if those are the only games you've been playing recently, have you purchased any games?
Purchased any games? I purchased Infamous, but you already know that because that's how I played it.
Okay. Aside from that, have you purchased anything else?
Everyone's not tweaked that just buys games. It's just leave them.
I'm not going to buy a game just to buy a game. If I buy a game, I'm going to play it. So I'm telling you I played it. I'm playing it.
Okay. Have you purchased any other games to play in the near future?
Fuck no. What's out there? Nothing.
Okay. There we go. Question answered. Alright. Well, let's move right along here. Mr. Nub, what have you been playing recently?
Well, I platinumed Infamous.
Nice.
I've been playing a lot of 2K. NBA 2K team up with some people who are quite funny. Like, they kind of remind me of my 360 crew, so I feel right at home. Of course, Diablo, because Reaper of Souls came out. I don't know if it's been that long since I've been on this podcast, but yes, Reaper of Souls came out. It is amazing. So I played a ton of Diablo. I actually just counted the hours of 250 hours of total Diablo played.
Shit.
Yeah, like it's silly how much Diablo I played. Like way more than I thought I actually played. Let's see. I've been playing Mercenary Kings with Jay, of course.
Oh yeah.
We need to get back in there. I mean, you got to catch me up. Pretty much, you got to catch me up at this point.
Man, my boy is like, fuck. I don't know how many bars he's up right now, but he's got like at least 4 sets of missions above us right now, and he's just playing by himself. I introduced him to Mercenary Kings, and all of a sudden he's just like, you know what? That's all I play.
I'm going to take it out everything by myself. I don't need you, Jay.
He always asks me to play. I'm like, I gotta go to work. I gotta go to sleep. I actually have to do things. He's like, nope. I'm playing Mercenary Kings when I'm not taking care of the kids and I'm not at work. That's what I'm doing. Playing the game. I'm like, alright.
So Mercenary Kings, actually I want to get back to playing Warframe some more. And War Thunder.
Space Ninjas.
Yeah, Space Ninjas and fucking World War II airplanes.
Motherfucking War Thunder needs to show up in the U.S.
It does. It'll be so much better when there's a bunch more people playing. True story. Other than those Europeans. No offense, Europe. if you were Japs, I might say terrible things.
It's being racist to everybody. Damn.
But other than that, that might be it.
Okay. Have you purchased anything that you're going to play in the near future?
I'm not going to buy anything that I'm not going to play.
Okay.
I thought about buying Strike Suit Zero today, and then I watched something on it. I'm like, I'm not buying this shit. Not, especially not for $20. Bullshit.
See, I wanted to play that, but it sounds like the crowd for that went away when everybody stopped playing it for PC. Now, I like to personally play some giant space robots that look like fucking Gundams, but if nobody's going to play it, I'm not going to buy it.
Is it even multiplayer? I don't even think it's multiplayer.
I think PC version looked like it had some multiplayer going on there.
I don't believe it is.
Before.
I'm about to check the store right now. I'm pretty sure that this says one player. Not even
player, then that's a no-go.
Not even network mode. So, no, I think it is one player, and it did not look that good. It was like a bootleg Gundam Ace Combat. And if I want to play some playing game, I'm going to play fucking Starhawk.
Nobody plays Starhawk, though.
That's actually true. It makes me sad.
Hey, sorry,
just like the death of Resistance Online as of today.
It's because the damn company decided, you know what, no more online for anybody anymore.
Yeah, April 8th is the death of Resistance.
It died today?
Today.
Oh,
there's not going to be any Halo 2. We're going to keep the servers running because we're the only people who are still on the servers. They just shut that shit down.
Shut it down. Yeah, that's it.
Which kind of sucks, because fucking Kmart was selling that game as a discount, and then I forgot for like 2 seconds, and I'm like, oh, there's a pretty big reason why this game's $20 now. So.
Yes, it is one player, just so we know.
I might take a look at it later, I don't know.
Hey, y'all at home, pour a little liquor off of Resistance. It's over now.
Just a little bit, not a lot. You want to
just a little bit. Like, it wasn't that big of a franchise, just a little bit.
It was a decent game. Believe it.
It was middle of the road.
Series than Resistance was.
It was middle of the road. It was mid-tier. It was right there with Killzone. Like, it never got there.
Well, Resistance isn't going to get a next-gen game.
No, they're not.
So, Killzone managed to get Vita and next-gen, so.
Read that.
Anyway, we're holding up the podcast, so, last but not least, Swarlos, what have you been playing recently, man?
Since the last podcast, I finished 100%ed my good playthrough of Infamous Second Son. I've been doing my best to hold out on my evil playthrough until I do my 24-hour marathon next month.
Do it on Expert. It's easy mode.
Oh yeah, I'm no doubt going on Expert. What else have I been playing? Popped in some racing games recently. I played some Dirt 2. Some F1 2013, Forza 5, of course, and I even booted up the original Xbox to play some Toko Race Driver 3 the other day.
I can't even fathom this.
Toko was such a long fucking time ago. Damn. Did they do Toka 2 for PlayStation as well, or was it just straight Xbox?
Yeah, it's both systems.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how was Toka?
It's still good. I really it's still probably career mode wise, it's still the best racing sim out there for consoles.
Nice. Yeah, if I still have my old PlayStation and my old copy of Gran Turismo 2, I might fire that up. So I can't fault you for playing the old school games when it comes to racing. So a lot of good memories. You playing anything else recently?
I don't think so.
Okay. Second question. What are you going to be playing in the near future that you've just bought?
As I've been playing, I did just purchase F1 2013. It just came in the mail yesterday. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be playing quite a bit of that. This month is kind of dry. Just waiting for the Outlast DLC and Daylight.
I'm going to say this month being dry is kind of a good thing, because I was totally broke last month.
And if you're into indie games, especially if you own a PlayStation 4, they're still like just game after fucking game after fucking game. Or if you are, let's see. I mean, if you're still playing your PlayStation 3, they just released, I think it was either last week or the week before that, Luft browsers. And I think they just released the PlayStation 2 copy of like Persona 4. Just, even if like you're not into getting like AAA titles or anything, like if you got money to spend and you wanted to play old school games, indie games, anything, you have excuse after excuse to go broke. But I do admire Noah wanting to save his money.
Yes. But if you do want to go broke, you have a compatible PC. Elder Scrolls Online did just come out.
Fuck that game.
I can't even make myself spend $15 a month to do it.
Man,
like,
when I
want to, but I just cannot make myself do it. That is a lot of money.
I can't. I want to play it once it comes to console, but then again, the money.
That $15 a month is a killer.
I don't know if I can do it.
But I could see spending that much for, like, let's say Final Fantasy something online, maybe.
Nope, can't do it then either.
Because the way they have it set up for that game is just the bigger community and shit like that. From what I've seen from Elder Scrolls Online, I mean, if you really, really need more quote-unquote new Skyrim in your life, and you want to play with other people in Skyrim, sure. The only good thing that I've actually heard about the game was the PvP. Everything else was this game doesn't need to exist.
If I'm gonna spend the subscription money on anything, it would be Elder Scrolls. But I still don't know.
Yeah, if it was going to come down to me getting Elder Scrolls or Final Fantasy 14, it's going to be Elder Scrolls. It's still not going to happen.
I know it wouldn't be free to play, but I mean, if they did something like you don't have to play the PvP, but if you spend $45 to $60 on the single player type shit, just being able to play with other people, maybe. But $15 a month afterwards, nah, it ain't for me. So, good on everybody that wants to spend it, though. So, all right, let's move right along here and talk about a game that was just released recently that me and Mr. Nubb are super into right now, and I believe Med did mention that you played a little bit of it. And Swarley, I think you played a little bit of this game as well. Maybe. Just a little bit. A taste. No? Yes?
What game are we speaking of here?
Mercenary Kings.
I have not played it yet.
My God.
You are missing out, man. Damn.
Get to work.
As soon as we're done with this podcast, I think you need to start playing some Mercenary Kings.
Well, I need to go to the grocery store, but I'll be there. Unless Team Up happens. If Team Up happens, I'm out here.
It's okay. It's because Mercenary Kings is that special type of game that's pick up and play. True. If you are a fan of, let's say, a game like Metal Slug, they got little bits of that in the game. If you're a big fan of crafting and collecting type stuff, a little bit of Monster Hunter in there as well. If you like co-op, local co-op or online co-op, they have 2 to 4 players online. And I do believe local co-op has split screen, so you can have up to 4 people on split screen on the television all at once if you want to do that. Or if you want to play online, 4 people on the same screen. Very awesome stuff. It's got upgradable gear and weapons as you further along progress throughout the story. And there's more than, I'd say maybe like 50 missions to play. And that includes rankings, having to go back and craft some stuff. If you're willing to play as both characters that are initially unlocked, just tons and tons and tons of hours are going into this game the minute that you purchase it. And the best part of it, of all, is if you have $15 to spend, you can spend that. But if you have access to PlayStation Plus, or if you happen upon it on Steam during a Steam sale, and I believe they have it on Mac, PlayStation Plus, you get it for free as long as you sign up for PlayStation Plus for PlayStation 4. Steam, Mac, spend a little bit of money, well worth it. So, no, I think you played this game just a little bit more than I have. What are your initial impressions of this title?
is actually kind of addicting, especially once you get past your private missions and you get those first sets of upgraded weapons and stuff. That you're like, I kind of have to do more just to see how ridiculous it is. I have a legit toilet for my barrel on my gun.
What if I told you the guns and gear get crazier in that game?
I believe it. I completely believe it, which is why I have to play more. The only thing that gets in the way of me playing that is team up.
So basically, the only thing that keeps you from playing Mercenary Kings is other games.
Is team up. Not any other game. Team up. Team up is the only thing that stops me from playing.
Other co-op is causing you to stop playing Mercenary Kings. Like, playing with other people is causing you to stop playing other people in Mercenary Kings.
Exactly.
Yes. So, what do you dig the most about this game, aside from the multitudes of different guns and gear that you can craft?
Well, when I first started playing it, the difficulty was a little high. But once you start understanding, or you go back to how games used to be with recognizing patterns and knowing certain tactics to use, just the old school feel of it is real cool. I mean, knowing that it's a 2D game like Metal Slug and things that you have to recognize the patterns and whatnot to progress through the game. Or you end up, shooting people that you shouldn't, when you're supposed to be capturing them.
Yeah, that's happened more than once.
But, the old school feel of it, I love those types of games. That make you, you feel like you've accomplished something when you succeed.
Yeah, definitely the aspect of when you first face a certain boss, and the way they set up the levels where everything is timed, whether it's a long timer that goes up to 30 minutes, if it's a gathering type of mission, or if it's a huge-ass map and they only give you 5 minutes to finish, there's always an objective to fill out, especially if you just meet, like I've said before, if you just meet a boss, you have no idea how this boss interacts with you. You have to figure out the patterns, and once you figure out the patterns, it's like a game like a Contra, just like a game like a Metal Slug. Once you got it down, you can get it done just like that. And then you can bring your friends in. You can bring randoms in and teach them how to do that too. And so they learn, they teach other people, and goes on and so forth. It's got that viral feel, and it's very awesome.
Or you can die like Jay. Jay just dies.
Hey, man, I've been getting a little bit better. Especially playing my boy, man. We just talked about this, but my buddy is fucking just murking this game by himself. He keeps on texting me, too, because he's super into this. He's like, man, later levels are just getting more ridiculous. And I see this text like 30 times during the week, and I'm like, okay. And like, we faced off, and here's a little bit of spoilers as far as boss is concerned, like a giant robotic dog, piloted by a dog with an eye patch.
What the fuck?
It's not like a scary looking dog. It's like one of those toy dogs that rich people keep in purses. It's like one of those robotic tiny dog, and like it does little dog things. Like it patters towards you, so it's a tiny dog piloting this giant robotic dog that's trying to kill you. So it patters towards you, kind of like a little tiny dog walk. It turns around and like it poops missiles at you. Like Scud missiles, and when it's not doing that, it flies up in the air and spins around, kind of like a Robotnik bus, and like it barfs out lasers at you. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And like later on, like you have to face this same robotic dog like over and over again until it becomes like a regular enemy. What else is in the game? I believe we fought robotic snails. I think they call them like bronze snails or something like that, and they're like, yeah, these metallic slugs. Like there's another aspect of the game, there's always references to other things. Like there's Ninja Turtle references, Metal Slug references. I believe there's a Jaws reference in there too. And it's little things that you can pick up throughout the game. You can tell like the creators of the game have a love for different genres that they've placed in this mishmash of awesomeness. And just like Nub, if I couldn't find an excuse like having to do a podcast, having to sleep, having to actually work, I would be playing Mercenary Kings. It's that fucking good. No, I would say personally, and I understand the hang-ups of certain other people who have, I won't name any names, but certain people have played this game online, and a lot of people have complained because they don't get the aspect of the game of you need to learn different patterns, like we said before, and you need to learn how enemies interact with you. And people are just running into this game head first and just getting their heads blown off. And a lot of people just quit playing this game. But once you figure out the different patterns, once you get specialty weapons, I think one of them's like a stun grenade. Like Nubba mentioned before how we managed to kill boss over and over again when we were supposed to use stun grenades. Beforehand, we didn't know that we were supposed to use stun grenades. But once you figure that out, we can progress throughout the game. And as long as you learn stuff like that and get past certain things, game's cake, and you can play with other people, enjoy yourself, and have a good goddamn time. So, is there anything that you don't like about the game, though?
The ability not to shoot diagonally.
Yeah, that is kind of a bummer, because the enemies can shoot diagonally and we can't.
Right, it's a dick move.
It's understandable, though. I mean, they wouldn't want you to have too much of a advantage against the enemy, or else the game would be quote-unquote too easy.
Like it's easy right now. It's totally easy.
Hey, look at it this way. At least it's not like old school Metal Slug at the arcades where you lose hundreds of dollars to the arcade machine. Because your ass keeps on getting beat over and over and over and over again until you learn. Now, I won't name any names, but I may know a person who has lost some money to a Metal Slug arcade machine back in the day, trying to learn some shit.
See, that's where you went wrong. I spent all my money on the old school NBA Jam machines.
I was
all about dunking on people.
Yeah. Now, we're going to go off topic a little bit, but yeah, I've lost money to Metal Slug, Ninja Turtles, The Simpsons arcade game.
Actually, no, I did go in on that Ninja Turtles, but I didn't lose money. I had other pay.
Smart way to do it. Fuck. House of the Dead, the Jurassic Park game. Numbers of shit. So. But yeah, now, Med, I know you had mentioned before that you would like to get into a game like this. What makes this game seem palatable to you?
Alright, so when you're fighting the giant robot dog, and the dog, like, stops, and the little dog does, like, a flip, does that make, like, the bigger dog, like, more weak or something? Or is that just, like, a little...
Is it right before it tries to rush forward towards you, turns invincible, and has a bunch of, like, rainbow colors just flash around the dog?
I assume so. I'm just, like, watching I was watching a video on it right now. So I'm seeing the little dog inside of the big dog. It's got a little eye patch, and the dog will stop mid-screen, and then the little dog will just jump up, do a flip, and it'll come back down on the big dog. I'm like, is that just for funsies, or is that, like, make it weaker or some shit?
It's just for funsies. There's a lot of funsies. Yeah, it's just a lot of the different individual animations that happen in the game that give it that special touch, versus other games where it's just like, you hit square, you get one screen of, like, text, and then you're done. And that's
so it's just like a little novelty.
Yeah.
Alright. It seems like pretty cool. It's from the Scott Pilgrim guys, right? Like, I'm noticing a lot of the same art style.
Yeah, the same guy that did the art assets for the Scott Pilgrim game did this.
Yeah. So. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like I said, I just barely scratched the surface. I think I only did the tutorial level. Like, it seems pretty cool. Well, it seems like I might want to get into it a little bit, but like I said, I haven't really checked it out. I just scratched the surface on it. I mean, they brought back active reload, which is pretty cool, and you can do a barrel roll, which is always cool. So it's kind of like it's. I can see the appeal there.
Yeah, like I said before, it doesn't hurt if you play by yourself, but if you find other people to play with while you're playing this game, like, and Nub has time when he's not doing team up or not at work,
or not playing DC Universe.
We're not playing DC Universe. If you see him online,
mostly team up. I
would say you just jump into the game with him. The multiplayer aspects, how you can set it up to where you can play offline, or you can set it to invite friends or just public. Like, it's a little weird with the glitch they have going on right now, even with the patch where just randoms will jump into your game if you set it online. But if you set invite friends, anybody that's on your friends list that has this game, you can team up with.
Now, can you only do, like, the chick character and the dude character, or do those spoilers, dudes that die in the beginning, like, come back too?
I have no idea yet. We haven't gotten that far. Okay. I'm assuming the guys that quote-unquote died at the beginning of the game are bosses you have to fight later, and maybe they become unlockable for different things, or maybe they'll be DLC. No idea. I do know that the two characters that they give you, rather King or Empress, you can play as either. And the multiple color palette swaps that you earn as you play it throughout the game help you differentiate between your character and other characters. So one guy could be like blue bandana dude, one dude can be like orange bandana dude, and there'll be little to no mix-up. And since there's no friendly fire, you don't have to worry about shooting your buddies. So, it's cool stuff like that. So is all this information that we just flooded our listeners' ears, does this entice you to maybe jump into the game later, Mr. Swarley?
Oh, I plan to.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, let's move along. I'm assuming everybody's giving this game their highest of praises, whether or not they're going to play it in the near future or have been playing it and are looking forward to playing it some more. So let's move right along. We talked a little bit, if not a lot of it, about Infamous Second Son last week, I believe. But we have the one and the only Mr. IamMedellin here tonight. He is a huge Infamous fan, and he is here to talk about his experiences when it comes to playing Infamous Second Son. So I'm going to leave the floor here, and I'm going to give up the mic to Mr. IamMedellin.
All right, y'all talked about this last week, right? I didn't listen to the show, but I'm assuming y'all rated it, y'all talked about it, y'all went good points, y'all went bad points, y'all didn't do spoilers, because I don't think... Have all y'all beaten it now?
We played enough to beat it through the good ending. I believe Nubs... Who's
Platinum there, right?
Platinum.
Okay, Swarley just did the good ending, is holding off on bad ending. Jay, you just did the good ending, right?
Yeah, I know enough about what happens at the bad ending, too.
Okay, so only Nub bangs fetch, right?
That is true.
Okay,
only a time.
Only Nub's got the laser age, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
The laser age.
The laser age, because I'm being real with you right now, that chick does not look like she washes her ass. I shouldn't put that out there.
I mean, she was a junkie, so she probably shouldn't.
Exactly, and she still looks like a hobo. She still looks like a hobo.
So what you're saying is you will always have that burning feeling as well as scorch marks on your private parts, no matter what?
What I'm saying is it shouldn't be so much the evil playthrough as it should be the dirty playthrough. This is basically what I'm saying. Alright? But, this was the whole reason I, jumped to the PlayStation 4. It's the whole reason I owned the console. I got Infamous Second Son. I played it. I didn't want to be on the show last week because I didn't beat it yet. Alright? And I don't think I could give it a fair assessment until I've gone from beginning to end, because obviously my opinion midway through is going to vary from my opinion at the end. And the reason I know this is because I played Infamous 2, and that's how I felt in the middle of that game is completely different than how I felt at the end of that game. Alright? So since storyline plays a large role in this, can't really judge it all until you beat it all. Even though I haven't done the evil playthrough, which I probably won't. Or I might. I don't know.
I think we need to play the evil playthrough just for the fact that...
I don't want age, though. That's the thing.
I know you're not into trophies or anything.
I could not care any less.
It would just be about having them... They keep on talking about, enjoy your power, enjoy your power. You really can't enjoy your power as much when you do a good playthrough, but when you have unlimited freedom just to do whatever the hell you want through evil playthrough.
You can. I did.
Without consequence, though?
Without
consequence. Shoot up everything.
Exactly, because the AI isn't really to the point... The AI isn't really to the point where it penalizes you that bad if you accidentally kill somebody when you go through the good playthrough. And if you're doing evil, you can just fuck everything up. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it'll be, even easier. And the game, to be honest with you, is already easy enough already. I mean, there's, I like the game a lot, alright? I'm not here to badmouth it, alright? I really enjoyed what they did. A lot of it felt familiar, but it felt familiar in a good way. You know what I'm saying? The core gameplay mechanics of Infamous is still there. Now it just looks, in 1080p, running at about, 45 to 60 frames per second. The game looks gorgeous. Seattle looks right. The lighting in the game is fucking amazing. But there never seems to be that sense of escalation once you get past the midpoint of the game. You know what I'm saying? You get all your powers pretty quickly. I think about 5 hours in, you're pretty much a god.
Yeah, I really had this sense of ever since E3, they gave you the sense of, okay, the DUP's come, they've taken over Seattle in the near future, and it just seems like this overwhelming, oppressive feel. And then when you jump into the game, it's just, okay, well, we bombed the bridge between the starting point of the game and the intro to where you're supposed to be at, and it's just, other than unintentionally or intentionally using your powers in front of the DUP troops, it doesn't feel like this city is eternally locked down in this awful place. It's just, okay, these guys have to be at checkpoints, and maybe you'll have some people locked inside some yellow cages, but you never get this feel of this place is, like, downtrodden and awful.
I never got the feeling that they would step their game up. Like, you get more powerful as the game goes along. You get one power, then you get your neon, you're even more powerful. And I'm assuming I can go full spoilers ahead at this point because all y'all beat it. Y'all have already done a preface on this, so we're just retreading some stuff right now.
Spoilers, listeners, just in case.
Alright, spoilers, listeners. You get your Digisnacks powers, alright? And those things are pretty fucking off the wall. I like that a lot, alright? But there's no sense of escalation when it comes to the enemies. Like, I think, like, the tank gets, like, a turret, and that's a little annoying, but, what, 1 or 2 missiles later, like, it ain't shit. Helicopters, the most I'll ever send that shit was 2. Like, I was getting, like, a sense, like, alright, I got my 3rd power, I'm basically a god at this point, What's-Your-Face gonna send out the big guns now, right? And it never came. I'm liberating the whole city, I'm at the last one, I'm at the last few, alright, she has to step up her game now, doesn't she? No. Alright, let me try an expert difficulty. Now they gotta get a little harder, right? Like, being a badass is cool for the first 2 or 3 hours, but I'm in hour 5 now.
Being a badass.
And I'm still not seeing that escalation. Like, it was just never there. Like, after a certain point, it just became a cakewalk. And it was just, like, that sense of challenge.
It's a cakewalk on evil no matter what.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I played the good playthrough, which makes you restrain a little bit because you can't kill people all willy-nilly. Evil playthrough would be even easier.
Oh, yeah.
Because you could just fuck everything up.
And that's exactly what I did. It made smoke my favorite power throughout the entire game.
Nah, I roll with the fucking, with Bobby Digital for a while. That shit.
Shotgun smoke is the greatest thing that ever happened.
Shotgun smoke. See, that's one of the evil powers, right?
No.
That's regular.
Everyone has.
Oh, that's where you hold it?
Yep. Yeah. And it is the greatest thing that ever happened. In evil, though, they just obliterate when you do it.
Okay, yeah, I didn't really fuck with that much.
Shotgun smoke is the greatest thing that ever happened. That vault that you get from going through vents, it made it just as viable as a travel method as any of the other powers, other than neon, because neon is the greatest travel power of all time.
How hard you run shit? You like fucking Wally West. That was fucking cool.
Yeah, you just run and you just
exactly.
run.
Once you lock it, where like you just hold down the O button and like run
you're just gone.
And you're just like fucking everybody up when you're in a fucking fight now.
How hard was it for you to get the two vent and then double stop attack afterwards?
I got it in one try.
I'm gonna be real honest with you. Like as soon as I got neon, like I started fucking with neon. Like I didn't. As soon as I didn't have to fuck with smoke anymore, like I really didn't.
Smokes.
Once in a while, like it was cool, but like I liked the neon a lot better. And then once I got Bobby Digital power, like I kind of just rolled with that. Like I didn't use smoke until like I absolutely, unless it was the only thing I could do, or like I had to use it for a mission, and I was forced to.
Smoke's the best. One of the harder trophies that I had trouble getting was the cough drop, where you had to comet drop on 3 people while you have them coughing from a smoke bomb.
Yeah, I think that would be a lot easier once you upgrade the smoke bomb, then, right? Where it has larger radius.
When I was doing it on evil, and it wasn't so big.
Gotcha. Yeah, it was. They definitely, you get this feel when you're doing a good guy playthrough, where you basically just incapacitate people once you get them coughing, and like it increases the radius of the grenade itself. I guess you can call it a grenade. I don't know. To the point where I would assume it'd make it a lot easier. I haven't done it.
Yeah, you can do multiples of them, so you can like surround the whole area. So it's like they don't really penalize you for using them.
Yeah. The only thing that bummed me out about like playing as a good guy, like you're consistently trying to subdue people up until the point where you get to like the leader characters, like the ones that have like the giant surrounding wall of concrete, so you can't really take them out till you take out that concrete. And then you have the chain gun heavies, and then like the giant juggernaut dudes that just run at you constantly. Mm-hmm. Like you can't really subdue those guys. Like you have to just either roll up on them and beat the shit out of them, or just try to get the hell out of the way.
You have to fuck them up.
Shotgun smoke.
Fucking DigiMissile.
I was kind of hoping that there'd be more stuff to do besides, using one or two certain powers and then spam those, then that'd be it. I mean, the combat system in the game, you can adapt to it and adapt with it to the point where you can just do whatever the fuck you want in the game, especially once you upgrade your powers. But it just feels like certain points you have to spam stuff, or else you're not going to get it done.
I like the way that, I definitely like melee, a lot better in this Infamous than I did in the previous other two. Because in the other two, I didn't really use melee, at all. But, when you have smoke powers, you, teleport across people, I think, it made the combat flow a little better. But at the same time, when you're constantly using it, you just, kind of, shines a focus on, how limited the combat actually is. You're just fan in box. There's no, he's not, I know Dizzle's not supposed to be a good fighter, but you could do a little bit more with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe in the previous thing, in the intro mission or something like that, teach you certain moves and what to do. Versus, okay, well now you have an ember chain or some shit, and you can just beat the shit out of people. That's awesome, but you want to get a little bit more of. I'm not expecting him to learn Jeet Kune Do or some shit with it, but give me something.
Yeah, you don't gotta be like Batman in Arkham City or nothing like that. That's what I'm not saying that. But, a little free flow combat so you can, target at will, kinda. I think that would be, welcome. They did something like that. Kinda like the old Prince of Persia games had. Warrior Within, where you could do a free flow combat. I think that could have been implemented to make the combat a little deeper.
Yeah. I definitely get a little taste of Batman in Infamous, to where, especially when you're playing his evil playthrough early on, you really have to plot and plan as to what you're doing. If you're trying to fuck up everybody around you, you start to think, okay, well, if I do this, and then I do this, and then I do this, I'll get it done, versus just rushing in there and getting fucked up because you don't have all your powers unlocked yet. So I thought that was pretty cool. But Ned, Nub, and I have been talking about this game a lot. Swarley, is she still alive?
Yeah.
What would you like to add to this conversation?
I've got nothing more to add than what I talked about in the last one.
So listeners out there, go listen to number 89, because number 90 was a special, the Golf Club edition of VSN Arcade Radio. We had nothing to do with it.
Listen to that too.
We'll go listen to it, because Mr. Bill did a fine fucking job. But number 89 is when Mr. Swallow said his piece about Infamous Second Son. It's a game you need to buy. And if you need to buy a PlayStation 4, it's one of the reasons why. No rhyming needed, sorry. Anyways, let's move right along. Next game on the list. I don't think anybody has actually played this, but I'm pretty sure most of us in this podcast this evening have actually seen a little bit of information on this.
I want it so bad.
If it ever comes to console, I don't care how much money they want. I want to spend that money to play this game.
Somebody talked me out of it though, because I would buy it right now. Right now.
It's like a mini game, but so many other things. I get this feeling with the orange box, and the game Portal was really a tech demo, and it became this big fucking success. Got its own sequel, became this huge phenomenon. I get the same feeling when it comes to the game Goat Simulator. And I say this without any hesitancy or irony or anything else, because this game was supposed to be a tech demo in itself. They kind of put, for the packaging of the game, the different simulator games, Train Simulator, Farm Simulator, all these different things that you, no offense to those who are listening out in Europe or in other non-US territories, but European gamers today, you keep hearing about how there's a trend of simulation games where you can't do it yourself, but maybe you thought about, well, I could run a farm, so I'm going to go buy a Farm Simulator. Or I always wanted to become a train conductor, so I'm going to play Train Simulator. Well, What if you wanted to be a goat that fucked up everything in front of him? just wrecked shit and did not give a fuck.
Asshole goat.
It'd be Asshole the Goat Simulator. That's what it is. You literally play a goat that does the equivalency of Tony Hawk combo tricks, and allegedly, as you unlock things, I think there's one like a tall goat is you unlock a giraffe in the game.
I didn't even know about this.
Yeah, there's a giraffe.
You're making this more difficult for me not to go buy it right now.
There's an evil giraffe, where it's basically you play as like a double goat. The developers behind the game have said that this game is so full of bugs that we just let them in the game because they're so funny. Like, your goat will stretch across the entire map and do flips and stuff, and they're just like, that's part of the game. Whatevs. You can buy jetpacks and go on.
Did Jay just die?
I mean, he did.
I'm alive.
Oh, well, it totally sounded like you died.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Kind of stopped talking.
Okay, what was the last part?
Something about goats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about goats.
Just goats.
Stretch across.
Bugs and goats.
And buy the jetpack. Go.
You use a jet. You can stretch your goat all the way across the map, and it's allegedly a bug in the game. The developer's just like, fuck it. It's cool. It's in the game. That's very awesome.
A place like that. Like, fuck it, it's broken. Leave it.
Yeah, it's just because it's fun. And a lot of games now are like, it's understandable that you want to get all the bugs out of the game before you ship it. These guys are just like, hey man, it doesn't break the game. Fuck it. Whatever. You can go into outer space if you want to in this game. That's awesome. A lot of games don't do that.
That's full controller support. This is making it so difficult not to buy this game right now.
My question is, why don't you have it already?
I've been busy. I've been stupid busy.
I just have a feeling that you'd play it, that it'd be fun for an hour, and then there'd be no point to ever touch it again.
That's like 80% of my Steam library, though.
Okay.
So that's also not a good reason. You got to give me a solid reason why I should buy this game.
Well, the game is built to where if you're an achievement whore, there's stuff in the game for you. Or if you're basically like Nub nowadays, you can pick up and play and just go to town with Mr. Goat. Or Mrs. Goat, depending.
I'll be casual because I take offense.
It's a game for everybody.
I platinum Infamous, alright? Quicker than you.
I'm pretty sure you could probably fill out your Steam trophies.
I probably could.
Goat Simulator, if you have the game.
And trading cards, too? Man, this is making it tough.
Again, I asked the listeners out there, why the hell haven't you bought Goat Simulator yet? Because you need to get on that shit.
I'll have to buy it.
There you go. Anybody else have anything to say about Goat Simulator?
Other than I want it?
I got my fill from watching a stream.
Okay. I'm not sure Med would want to play Goat Simulator, but maybe watch something like it.
I think I heard something about a Shrek mod.
Yeah, there's a mod right now, and I'm sure the developer's cool with it, where they reskin the goat so you look like Shrek from the Shrek movies. So seeing Shrek do all the goat type things is pretty awesome. Now, there was a question asked off cast.
I don't think they care. They let bugs in the game for a reason.
Exactly. And it was asked off cast if there would be a donkey skin from Shrek, and I'm pretty sure somebody's working on that right now. So,
if they haven't, they should be.
Definitely.
Before we move on, let's talk about the awesomeness that is Steam Greenlight. Because in like 3 days, H-Hour was greenlit for Steam, which is the successor to SOCOM. So let's all be excited.
I was already excited when I learned that they were making a successor to SOCOM that wouldn't get automatically shut off because nobody bought the game.
Right, greenlit already in like 2 days of it being up. It is ready to be put on Steam as soon as they're done, and I will have it for both Steam and my PS4.
That's awesome. Cool. All right, let's move right along. Now we have a topic for the week. I don't know how well it's going to go. I want to try this out. I haven't had a topic for the week in a while. I want to check it out. There's a main question here, and it's which would you rather play, which would you prefer to play as of late? Would you rather play AAA titles, or would you rather play the recent swath of digital indie type games, like the upported Fez game that just recently came out? We talked a shit ton about Mercenary Kings. Thomas Was Alone, A Clone in the Dark, stuff like that. So I know you're giggling, Med.
No, I'm watching the Shrek.
Are you watching the Shrek video? I told you it was good.
Tell me why that game. You still can't give me a reason why I should buy it.
This is the most buggy piece of shit I've ever seen.
Exactly.
And
It's so bad, it's good.
Yeah, that's the reason why you should buy it.
We're not talking Duke Nukem bad.
No,
this is bad. This is like
give
a
me
bad
like
B movie.
this is like a bad B movie, but a game.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's like Starship Troopers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Except that game was terrible. I'm pretty sure that was a Starship Trooper game, and I'm pretty sure it was terrible.
No, I mean the movie.
Yeah.
The movie was never terrible. If anybody tells you otherwise, they're fucking lying to you.
I love me some Starship Troopers.
The movie is terrible, but it's awesome.
It is awesome.
It's so bad, it's good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Definitely. But, alright, well, let's get that for a little bit. Nub, would you rather play as of late? Would you rather play AAA titles or digital indies?
I'm not sure why this is a question, because AAA titles are where it's at. Like, indies, yes, they are pick up and play, but I tend to never finish them. It's just, oh, that was fun, and now I'm done. While we just had Infamous, where I plowed straight through it, or we can go as far back as GTA 5, where I put 30 hours into it in 3 days. So, I mean, those AAA games, all of them may not be good, but you can see the amount of work, and you see the amount of work that was put into it, and visually they will always be better. I'm not saying I'm a graphics whore, because I'm not. But, visually they'll always be better, and there's more resources, so voice acting, things like that. So you can actually have a decent story with terrible gameplay, or the other way around. I tend to be way more focused and cannot put a game down if it's like I said, one of your bigger games. We're not talking Call of Duty or whatever, because that's stupid. Or Mass Effect, that game's stupid too.
Yeah. Shut your whore mouth. I will not have you besmirch the greatness that is Mass Effect.
Or Dragon Age, that game dumb.
Man.
Oh, Jay.
God damn it. Look, I'll admit Dragon Age 2 was pretty bad. One was awesome.
Mass Effect was pretty shitty too.
Shut your mouth.
Let's not get started on 3.
Oh, please don't have to about Mass Effect.
I want to take a good look at your Steam library and count out all the games that are shit. I guarantee I'll count to 10 first. God damn it.
I'm looking at it right now.
Alright, so...
I don't think so.
Before Nub further besmirches fucking Mass Effect's name, Swarley, which would you rather prefer to play as of late? AAA titles, digital indies?
I'll have to lean towards AAA. Just because, if I had to pick one and I picked indies and didn't get to play Infamous, that would be a sad story. But, I mean, you got a month like this where the two things I'm looking forward to most are indie. Then, I mean, it's tough to say anything bad against some of those indie titles, but I'd have to go with AAA just because, there's so many awesome ones that I wouldn't give up for anything. But this month I'm about those indie titles.
Okay.
This month all I'm getting is Dark Souls 2 on PC.
Yeah, I haven't heard bad things about Dark Souls 2 other than Mr. Maynard from VSN saying it looks like booty, but again, it's like an updated version of PlayStation 3.
Mention his name on his podcast like he is a reputable source.
Love you, Maynard. at least they're trying when it comes to this Dark Souls game versus the Dark Souls game, original Dark Souls game on PC, where it was just a fucking bullshit mess that they had to consistently work on over and over and over again until they finally got it right. This time it's just, they're going to up-res it. Sure, it's not going to look the greatest. With a little tweaking for PC, it's going to be a good game. So, alright, Matt, AAA titles, digital indies, which would you rather prefer to play as?
Is there a middle ground? I think there's a middle ground. Like, what would not Walking Dead, fuck the game. What would Wolf Among Us be?
The same as The Walking Dead.
Okay, then what would it?
It's not true.
It's really a AAA title? Well, like, I know it's not an indie. I would say it's kind of like a mid-major, wouldn't it?
I heard the term before. Video games. I've heard the term before of middleware, where shovelware is a game that is just put out. It's a piece of garbage, but they put it out for money. And there's AAA, where they put a shit ton of money into it and hopefully get some dividends back. And then there's middleware, where it's not shit, but they didn't get tons of money put into it, but you can smell and feel and taste the quality of the game. So Wolf Among Us, I guess, would be middleware.
Middleware sounds way too geeky. I'm just call it
this is a video game podcast.
Call it major. We call it mid-major. Okay. I would say, like, I mean, that's the game I'm looking forward to. I've downloaded it today. That's the only game I'm looking forward to. In terms of AAA titles, you're asking me what do I prefer today? I don't know the next AAA title I'm really looking forward to be honest with you.
I'm going to get The Order.
The Order? No, I don't give a fuck about the game. I don't give a fuck about the game. Could not give any less fucks.
Whatever, go play more Pokemon. I'm done with you.
I will. I mean, it was Pokemon. Pokemon would be AAA, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Pokemon's AAA. Broken Age, I would, like, it's kind of like a big indie, so I guess I would call it a mid-major.
It's an indie game. I mean, it's Kickstarter for Double Fine. It's still technically indie.
Yeah, but it's that dude. It's a giant-ass Kickstarter. I don't know. Mid-majors, that's about it. I mean, it's kind of barren right now, so it's tough to say. Yeah. Talking in the past is kind of skewed, so I can't really say. Talking future words, nothing's really announced. Nothing substantial anyways. Mid-major.
Okay. Yeah, I myself, I lean more towards digital indies. Just going off like you were saying before, Med, where there are some titles that I would like to pick up in the future that are considered AAA titles, MLB The Show 14. I would like to pick up, but in between now and then, I really don't feel like I should pick up a game like Lego Lord of the Rings: The Hobbit. I mean, yay, great on licensing, but it's another
Lego game. That's like two different games you just mentioned.
We're just going out the presence of AAA titles. I mean, it's two totally different games. I understand that. Totally different content, but they're considered AAA titles. Doesn't mean I want to pick up Lego. I want to pick up the baseball game, though. But I have a lot of time in between. And with that time in between, there are multiple digital indies that I can pick up. I could pick up a Fez. I could pick up a Mercenary Kings. Thomas Was Alone. A Clone in the Dark. Luftrausers. Just, there is a lot of stuff that I could pick through. And they are different in their own special way between the games themselves. And I could just pick whatever I like. If I want to play an arcade flying shoot 'em up game, I can play Luftrausers. If I want to play something that's a lot like Metal Slug with some crafting involved, I could play a Mercenary Kings. If I want to play something like Fez, which will break most people's brains as a puzzle game, and I had to stop playing Fez because that shit got hard real quick. Shit made me feel dumb. I'm going to be real. You can play anything, and digital indies allows that stuff. They might not have the money and the company behind them to put stuff out, but they managed to do it, and gaming's great for it. So nothing's wrong in between the two. I was just asking a question. So I appreciate everybody's input on this. What's the Twitter handle that is involved with this, by the way, Swarley?
Poop Shooters RS.
Not that one. The real one.
Sweet ass Twitter name.
Good answer, though.
You know what? I'm gonna search for that on Google. But it's at VSN Gaming.
Okay. What I would say to you fair listeners out there to play along with the topic, especially for next week, if you like to input something as far as which would you prefer to play as of late, rather AAA titles or digital indies, what I want you to do is go to @VSN Gaming, correct?
Yes.
@VSN Gaming on Twitter, and send a response. And we will pick the best one out of the bunch, and we will read it on there next week. So there you go. Interactivity.
By the way, that Twitter handle is available.
Take
Go
it.
get it.
Do it.
Go get it right now.
Nice. While he's doing that, let's talk a little bit more about next topic, and that is the impact of Phil Spencer taking over Xbox. It says here from an article from GiantBomb.com, Phil Spencer is taking over as the head of the Xbox division. Now, he's the former head of Microsoft Studios, and now he's basically just taking over everything. As quoted, Spencer is said to be saying as, I will now be leading the Xbox Live, and creative teams, including Xbox Music, Xbox Video, Microsoft Studios, to deliver the next generation of games entertainment. Basically, he's the head poobah of fucking everything now. So basically, his whole goal is to combine these teams to strengthen the connection between some of the world's most innovative creators. Basically, what he's saying is that he's trying to take Xbox and mold it like Sony is now, where it's doing everything with their power, consolidating everything into one entertainment system, and leaning more towards gaming through console, through PC, through tablet, through mobile devices. So, I think it's pretty cool. They get a guy like Spencer to come and take over.
I think he's the right guy.
Yeah.
I mean, we all saw over the past couple of years how big of an idiot Don Matrick was.
Especially since he went over to take over for Zynga.
which is laughable in itself. But Phil Spencer's one of the guys that I like over at Microsoft, and I'm glad that he's the head guy now.
Without taking sides, rather, if you're an Xbox person, a PlayStation person, a PC version of a person, I'm a PC bot. I'm happy that there are people like Phil Spencer who are willing to put in the time of day and work into making the Xbox and Microsoft brand better. It's not just some corporate suit that's trying to make everything for the bottom line. It's a guy that actually cares about the system, cares about the Microsoft name, and is willing to put in the effort to make things better. So, need more guys like him. Do you guys dig that Phil Spencer is taking over as the head of the Xbox division?
I have no idea who the hell he is.
There you go.
Nah, he's no doubt the right dude. Hopefully, we'll see. This E3 will be honestly probably the most important for his career.
Yeah.
Like, and it's a good and bad thing, because he can either rise up to the occasion or he can fail miserably, and then they might be back at square one if they want to be really, rash about promoting him to that. But I personally think he is probably the right person for the job. I mean, we were always, from the moment the Xbox One was announced, you got mixed messages on what they were trying to do with it from the get-go. And, I mean, still to this point, you're still getting the mixed messages. I mean, they're leaning towards gaming more so recently, but I think that has more to do with what Sony has done overall. But I think he might steal the track, and I mean, competition is going to lead to great things from both sides. Anyway, so as a consumer, I'm all down for it. I'll get my Xbox eventually. I'll get Atlas to buy it.
Jesus.
And on another positive note,
Or Bill.
Don Matrick at E3.
Yeah! But this E3 makes me sad because we won't have any of my boys.
Jack Trenton?
Oh, man.
Jack Trenton.
That makes... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No. Yeah, that makes me sad.
Yeah, it definitely leads to a different outlook, because I don't know if it was... I think it was this past E3 where basically... Or the one before, where basically Jack Trenton was just up Microsoft's ass the entire time. PlayStation 4 was looking good, it's looking great. He leaves, and now a guy like Phil Spencer's coming in to take over for Xbox. What do you think he's going to do at E3 now that both systems are out? How is he going to make the Xbox One and the rest of the Xbox division and whatever else is under his thumb now sound awesome?
Games.
Yeah, you could say something as much as, okay, we're dropping $100 off the price point now. What's your excuse? Go buy it. It's going to be insane. I'm more than happy to see it. Okay, let's move along and talk a little bit about formerly of Naughty Dog, now of Visceral Games, the one and only Amy Hennig, as she leaves to go work. Well, she hasn't left to do it, but basically she is officially now joined Visceral Games to go work on a new Star Wars game. So basically, the mind behind the Uncharted series, previously I believe it was Legacy of Kain, I believe she worked on.
Yeah.
And previously, what's funny was she had formerly worked for EA. Now that EA is basically heading Visceral Games, she previously worked for EA back in the early 90s as an artist and an animator. And she basically moved on for a job at Crystal Dynamics, and we all know Crystal Dynamics working through Tomb Raider and stuff like that, and eventually working her way into Naughty Dog and the Uncharted series and so on and so forth. And now she's moving back to work for EA and through Visceral and for their new Star Wars project. So, how do you feel about that, Swarley?
You know, I mean, I was sad to see her leave Naughty Dog because, well, I've made it very well known on the podcast time and time again that that's my favorite series ever. But, you know, I absolutely love Star Wars, so... You know, I couldn't have picked many better places for her to end up. I'm really excited to see what she's got up her sleeve for that because, I mean, DICE's Star Wars game obviously going to be heavily multiplayer. BioWare, who knows if they're actually going to get to do anything besides the Old Republic.
They should totally give us a new Knights of the Old Republic.
I would love that.
Oh, I'd be so happy.
But I mean, Visceral's the one who's got like the clean slate to do, you know, what they want to do, and that's probably going to be the one that's pretty heavily story focused, unless BioWare, you know, gets to do something else besides their MMO. But I mean, she said I've read a couple of her tweets the day that it was announced, and you know, she seems to be a pretty big Star Wars nerd, so I'm excited to see what they can bring.
Well, it's been paraphrased through EA that they're saying that these new games that are being developed from the Star Wars side are not going to be movie tie-ins. So anything that J.J. Abrams is directing, as far as movie sequels are concerned, these games are not going to be directly tied into the movies. So the entire mythos of Star Wars, rather it's extended universe, it might be extended universe, I'm not sure. It might be in between stories, so you might get something along the lines of a Boba Fett story. Maybe they might resurrect, was the one game, 1313 somehow?
I'm not holding my breath.
Oh, that thing's dead.
I don't know. At least assets or story
game
or something.
So
they might have to take something out of it. They can't just let it die.
It's dead. Dad.
It makes me say it. Yeah. Matt, how do you feel about this?
What's up?
You're not playing Pokemon. We're talking about Amy Hennig, formerly of Naughty Dog, now of EA's Visceral Games. Basically the same people that made last time they made a game was Dead Space 3. Now they're being given a new clean slate to come up with new Star Wars games for EA. And they're getting Amy Hennig to come and work for them.
Like I said in the pre-show, I have no idea how she is, other than that she's not related to Kurt Hennig. Visceral, their last good game was, what, Dead Space 2? Oh, cool, I guess.
Okay. So you're all for a new space game?
I don't care.
God damn it.
I don't care. I don't care.
Okay. I can say I do kind of care. I mean, Amy Hennig was the driving force between down the previous Uncharted games, Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. Awesome series, great games. I wasn't so happy as to how she exited Naughty Dog. Those details are still fuzzy. You probably won't ever hear about how it officially happened.
She didn't get an Infinity Award, did she?
They just made it sound like the people behind, I believe it was the producers behind Last of Us, were just like, okay, well, we're done making Last of Us, now we want to work on Uncharted. And I believe Amy Hennig had pretty much put in her input as far as Uncharted 4 is concerned, and when she was done, they were just like, well, we don't need you anymore, we're taking over the business. And she either left gracefully or left in a huff, and everyone would sound like a bunch of assholes. So I like to think it was a lot more of a graceful exit, and that she gets to work on a new game, and since it's Star Wars, it's going to be awesome, especially with her mind behind it, and Visceral Games getting a brand new blank check behind it, but who knows? We won't know until the game's out, so I'm happy she has a job. She's just not floating out there in ether.
Hopefully EA throws us a little teaser at E3.
I hope EA just throws all the money in the world at this fucking game and just leaves them the fuck alone and just doesn't piecemeal this thing in the fucking DLC. That's all I hope. Just put your name on it and just walk away. That's all.
You better put your hopes in your pocket, because this shit ain't happening.
Well, I mean, if it's just like multiplayer skins or some shit like that, fine, whatever. But I mean, if it's like whole story portions that are important
but
to
if
the
you
whole
want
fucking
that
thing,
if you want that Boba Fett, though, you're gonna have to pay.
Fine. I will pay for Boba Fett, Boss Nass, whatever. Don't care. Just give me the story, and don't give me a false ending like you did with Dead Space 3. Then have me go and pay for more DLC for the real ending. Don't fucking do that shit to me again. Please, I'm begging you. Don't do it, EA. You already fucked up Battlefield. Don't fuck up Star Wars.
Well, that game was fucked up before the ending, so I didn't really care about that.
How could you hate on giant fucking Necro Moon, man? That was the best boss fight ever. You fought the fucking moon.
Dead Space 3 is such a pile of garbage.
Shut. Damn it. That game was awesome. It was dumb fun.
No, it was just dumb.
Just dumb.
You haters. Oh,
I've still not played it. I think I bought it.
Don't
like a
don't
GameFly
play it.
sale.
Don't play it.
I got it for free. From someone at Virtual Sports Network. Signed up for the forums today. They had
Was it Atlas?
No, it was not Atlas. It was from the whole SimCity fiasco, and they gave me a code.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Basically, they're just like, yeah, our game is shit because we can't get online to work. So, here's free game.
Right.
Our game is shit, so take this shit.
I got Battlefield 3, and he's like, I have an extra code for Dead Space. I'm like, oh, I'll take that too.
Don't play it.
I'm kind of mad that I didn't get a chance to get Mass Effect 1 on PC, but that's because I didn't buy SimCity, so what else? Anyways, let's move right along. We have a little bit of news from the most recent Nintendo Direct. I know Med's happy that Charizard is now part of the new Smash Brother roster pick.
Charizard!
Oh, he's now, he's there. He's ready to participate.
Absolutely. I stopped my YouTube video. My focus is back on the show. Charizard. I've already asked the one-head software engineer Nub if he could figure out some way to perform an algorithm in order to put Charizard in every game. In every game. I'd play any game that has Charizard in it. Super Smash Brothers, I'm there.
There you go.
No need for the Pokemon training anymore. Just straight up Charizard.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And his Mega Evolution.
And his Mega Evolutions. Everything will burn.
There you go.
This is not the Borderlands stuff.
No, it isn't. And there's a Charizard gun in the Borderlands, just so you know.
There you go.
Nub knows, don't you, Nub?
Unofficially.
Let's see. Other picks also Pokemon's Greninja. I have no idea what Greninja is. I haven't paid attention since the original.
Of the water type that you start off with in Pokemon X and Y, he's actually the final form of Froakie.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
I'm just so familiar with some of the original 150. None of this fucking whatever the fuck you just said, but okay, it's positive. Also, they are bringing in Yoshi, finally. Sheik from Ocarina of Time, and Zero Suit Samus.
They just want to put her in tight clothing.
They do.
That's all they want to do.
It's for sex appeal.
They just want to get those really creepy looking fucking pics. And you can upload them to like fucking Twitter.
They're targeting a specific audience, you know, like the kind of people that buy, I don't know, Rubber Roses or some shit.
I like to call them the Rule 32 audience.
I'm pretty sure that shit's already happened.
Oh, I'm sure it has.
Since it was announced.
What's already happened?
I said I like to call it the Rule 32 audience.
Alright.
Wasn't it like the day of they had like the Wii Fit girl and automatically like Rule 32 just swooped in and like, she is now naked. Enjoy.
Rule 32.
Jesus.
They are always on top of their shit when it comes to Rule 32.
It's fucking frightening. Here's weird chair porn. Rule 32, right there. Somebody's. What about a watermelon and a banana? Rule 32.
Rule 32.
It's insane.
I'm amazed that that's not in the dictionary yet.
It probably is in like the Urban Dictionary.
Well, of course it's in the Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary got everything.
Exactly. Unofficially sponsoring us today. Dictionary, just saying.
On the Urban Dictionary to see if Rule 32 is there.
Okay,
the Urban Dictionary, and the first word up there is thought.
May or may not be a good thing.
No, seriously though, everything is on Urban Dictionary. Even if you spell dark skin, DRK skin, it's defined.
Yeah, it is totally there.
Are you sure you're not the one that actually put that definition?
Oh, I absolutely
in the
am.
dictionary?
I absolutely am. That's why I said everything is on there.
There you go. You made damn sure. Let's see. Official more info as far as Smash Brothers is concerned. They are going to release it during this summertime for 3DS, and those of the Wii U have to wait till the winter time. But you guys are going to get Smash Brothers as well.
Dumbest shit I have ever heard.
Why?
It's like they want the Wii U to fail.
Well,
I mean, even if it's not failing enough.
40 million 3DSs, but we're going to make you wait for that Wii U version.
I mean,
and
6 months down the road.
People are thirsty as fuck to play this game on Wii U. They know they're going to sell systems for Christmas with just Smash Brothers.
Who's going to want to play this after they've had 6 months fill on the 3DS?
So you're assuming that those who have the Wii U also own a 3DS, like everybody does?
I'm saying they've got so many 3DSs out there. I mean, they're not going to hurt for sales on that. I don't understand why you'd wait and put it out on your already hurting console 6 months later. I think that is an absolutely terrible, terrible mistake.
They got enough money and cash flow to actually float that idea, so... And again, people are thirsty for games for Wii U, and since it's Smash Brothers, they're going to put it out. So they're going to buy the game no matter what. Let's see. Put out some more info as far as Mario Kart 8 is concerned. I believe they said they're going to bring back the Nintendo 64 version of Rainbow Road. Toad's Turnpike is coming back. And they had mentioned before how they're going to put hang gliders and I believe like parachutes and submarines and shit in the game, but they're also going to have inverted tracks, I believe it was, where or like zero G tracks where you press a button and the car flips upside down onto the ceiling, which I thought was pretty cool. So, I mean, if you think that type of shit,
I'm in day one for that game.
I'm not getting Wii U, so yeah.
When I had a buddy of mine, he had a GameCube. Basically, that's all anybody played with fucking, I believe it was Double Dash, if not for the Wii. everybody was playing that shit, so he's going to be playing it.
No, but what if Bill buys you a Wii U?
I traded in for one.
You buy a fucking 3DS and be done with it. Okay, also Mario Golf's coming too, so yay.
Meh.
What?
I'd rather play fucking Everybody's Golf or Hot Shots Golf, but that's just me. But yeah, I mean, if you dug Mario Golf, it's coming, so cool. What else do we have going on here as far as shit to talk about? I believe it was brought up previously that we were going to be talking about the prequel to Borderlands 2. What's that about, Med?
It's a prequel to Borderlands 2.
Set on the moon. Don't forget that part.
Set on the moon. I think it's got like a mechanized claptrap, like a weaponized claptrap. I'm not sure it's the one from the last DLC from Borderlands 1, but if it is, that would be awesome. It's got... No, what the hell's the name of that dude? Hammerlock!
Hammerlock's in the game, isn't he?
Hammerlock's in it, yeah. You
Like,
can be Hammerlock.
What's the name
It's
of
got
that
two more
dude?
dudes.
I don't know. I thought it was Wilhelm. I thought it was the sheriff
Is it
chick.
Wilhelm?
Yeah, it's Wilhelm. Allegedly.
Oh, damn.
I remember when I killed him.
Allegedly, it's
He died.
supposed to be.
No, it wasn't allegedly. He died, Jay.
He totally
No,
died.
I'm saying as far as the
died.
roster's
He
concerned,
murdered
and if
him.
this, I understand that. Since it's a prequel, they're still alive, and barring this being a April Fool's joke, that's a
But
little
we
bit
did a
late.
double take just in case.
Yeah. They're bringing back the sheriff. Lady that's supposed to be Jack's girlfriend. She's supposed to be a playable character, and I don't know who the fourth character is.
Wait, who puts out an April Fool's joke on April 8th?
Assholes.
Stoners. They don't know potatoes. You know, that's what they do.
But how do you guys feel about, instead of making a Borderlands 3, that they're handing the Borderlands franchise off to another company, and then having them make a pre-sequel game?
That scares me.
It's a stopgap. It's business as usual. I mean, that's
I
what you do.
can't get enough Borderlands.
Exactly. Like, a good thing. More Handsome Jack, more Borderlands. Bad thing. It's the B team doing it. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
What do you say?
outside of Borderlands 1 and 2, I don't have a lot of faith in Gearbox.
This is true.
Actually, I have
they
zero
made,
faith outside of those games.
Aliens, Colonial Marines is
They
dead.
made Colonial Marines.
Did they totally make Duke Nukem?
Actually, no, they didn't make Colonial
they didn't.
Marines. They put their name on it, and then they had 50 other fucking studios put that game together.
Yeah,
And they
and
patched
they
it.
didn't really make Duke Nukem either, because that been in development. The game was almost done. I think they just added like that first level where you're in the football field, and then I think they just tried to fix a couple of bugs, kinda.
And they're like, fuck this, it's done.
12 plus years, and they Duke Nukem forever, and it was still booty.
Yeah, I think that's all they just got it released. That's all they did, really.
Yeah. So Borderlands 1.5.
Their name is on.
I mean, you can put your name on shit. Doesn't mean it's a great.
No, there's like 5 other names on that game though. Like that thing's just put it at the bottom. Like I think the only box that has more names on it is Colonial Marines.
It must be good. We have 7+ studios working on this.
Exactly. Like everybody worked on it. Somebody had to have gotten something right.
I think Swarley worked on it one time. Still waiting on his paychecks.
I did.
Yeah,
I don't know where those are.
Where's my residuals? Goddammit. Also, officially, Borderlands 2 is coming out for the Vita. We've seen screens. We've seen game footage. It's all right.
Yeah, it was interesting because IGN's first hands-on, what was it, like a couple weeks ago or so, didn't look too good. But I don't know, it seemed like they kind of... Sony gave them a new build recently, and their new updated preview sounds better.
Dudes explode. There are no longer any bodies. And they took away some of the further on backgrounds. Like the mountains that you would see in the way back. Now it's just like a white background. But all the primary stuff that's in front of your face, some background assets are still there. Still get a bunch of weapons. Still play... Is it 4-player ad hoc, or is it 4-player, as long as you're online, you can play? You know? Be sure to look that up. Not us, but those who are really into this. I don't know. Yay, Vita. It's another instance of playing the game. You get to play it with the DLC and the DLC characters as well. It's all one big group. And you can buy it bundled with a Vita, or I believe you have to wait a week to get it individually afterwards. So yeah. Now everybody can experience Borderlands. Congratulations.
Borderlands 2.
Yeah, well, you know.
Borderlands.
Yeah, I don't know. Alright, I guess that's it for this week, so...
The Crew.
Fuck the Crew.
No.
That game's good. But, no uncertain terms. Awful.
Yeah, we'll get it, but Swarley's probably going to get it for the one.
For what?
You're probably going to get it for the one. The Uno.
I don't know, because it's not a typical racing game, so I'll just get it whichever side has more people.
Side? Are we taking sides now?
It's always been about sides.
No, man.
Where have you been, Jay?
Like, get your shit together.
Whose side do you want, Jay?
Atari.
Like, you lost. Go to the landfill with fucking ET.
Open the documentary. You found me. God damn it. I don't have faith in racing games.
You don't want to do a cross-country race? Because I do.
I do.
The only racing game that I would actually have faith in would have been Forza.
I thought you were going to say Burnout. I did.
I thought you were going to say ET.
Turismo, I'm waiting for them to come to PlayStation 4. And that's going to take them like 10 years to put out a game for that. So
20 years.
But this is so much more than a racing game, though. It's battles, MMO, adventure.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's a car MMO.
Cross-country races.
So it's like the ending heist of every Fast and Furious movie that's been out. But as a game. Yay, I guess? I'm not impressed.
I know. You're impressed with fucking Dragon Age. Yeah. Shit,
went to that
Jay wants his indies.
I want my indies. I don't want to race car games. Go fuck yourself, no.
But I mean, it's slated for this fall.
You sure?
Yes. Available in autumn 2014.
I think it's going to get pushed back.
I don't.
Autumn, just before fall.
Because I think with this announcement, I think that's basically an official announcement that the Division won't be out this year. Because, I mean, Ubisoft is already putting out this and Assassin's Creed. I don't think they're going to want 3 of their own games out at the same time.
When does Watch Dogs come out?
May.
May, okay. Hopefully.
Who thinks that game is not going to be as great as everybody thinks it's going to be?
I think the luster has already worn off, so I think it'll be fine.
I think that game's doomed to fail.
I smell 7s. So, let's wait, Metacritic. Let's just wait. Anyways, let's wrap it up. Do we have any shout-outs?
I shout out myself.
Please. There you go. Never. Not in a million years. Betty,
so imagine doing shout-outs, there's no more final thoughts for JayDizzle cuts promos on people? Is that over? I like that. That was a good look, Jay.
Yeah, it's only the one time.
You drop your pipe bombs.
Shut up. Alright, you got any shout-outs though, man?
Huh?
Do you have any shout-outs?
No, I don't care.
Do you have any final thoughts, at least?
Catch me in Atlantic City at Exotica this weekend. That's about it.
Are you going to be tipped, or are you going to be the one that's tipping?
I will be the DJ announcing all the girls.
Ooh, congratulations.
Thank you. It's on my bucket list.
You going to put that out on Twitter?
Yes, I will, along with pictures.
Nice. Stay tuned for that. Follow him on Twitter at
IamMedellin.
There you go.
It's pretty self-explanatory.
Saying. Gotta put it out there. Gotta promote. No. Final thoughts.
On
Anything. I don't care. National Geographic. Whatever.
National Geographic shows a lot of unattractive titties.
Wow.
Isn't this what you just asked for?
Yes. Every time.
And this is exactly what you got.
There you go. Swarless. Final thoughts.
I thought Captain America 2 was awesome, so there.
Okay, go see Captain America 2. Swarley said it was awesome.
I also agree with that assessment.
And the tie-in with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was pretty crazy tonight.
So yeah, go buy the DVD set once it's out and go buy Captain America and watch that.
No, people need to grow up since it's 2014, either digitally download or Blu-ray.
Netflix.
Bootleg, you mean? That's what I heard.
Bootlegs!
Piracy. Yarr.
DVDs.
Yarr.
Grow up, Jay.
I have one hand, so I obviously pirate.
Are VSNers not pirates? Is that phase over?
No, it's still pirates. Like if someone brought out the pirate flag, they flocked.
Exactly. And that song is still catchy as hell.
Right, it's way better than like the Bat Signal. That pirate flag comes out and they come.
Everybody comes in for the free shit.
No jokes.
Okay. Let's see, final thoughts. Thanks again for everybody showing up this evening. Appreciate it. Mr. Med, welcome back. Mr. Dub, thank you for showing up once again. And as always, Producer Man, thank you for doing things behind the scenes for us. Shout out to the listeners. Thank you for keeping us going. Episode 91. Go check out episode 90. Because not like Mr. Bill needs it, but, you know.
He's got way more listens than we do.
Yeah, go check out the other ones.
The golf club, man. It's that good shit. People dig fucking golf. Because Tiger Woods' name has been stricken from the EA books.
I do dig golf. I have a video on YouTube. YouTube.com.
Guys, y'all need to check that shit out.
Where was it again? One more time now?
Link at youtube.com/nub. It's somewhere there.
There you go. Very awesome stuff. Other than that, stay tuned for episode number 92 sometime at the end of this week or next week. And keep on gaming, guys. Without further ado, we're out of here. And check us out at VSN Gaming on Twitter. And go sign up for the forums today at virtualsportsnetwork.com. Other than that, check us out on iTunes. Rate us 5 stars. Leave us a comment. Subscribe. That way you know exactly when we're going to be putting this shit out.
Just press all the buttons.
All of them, man.
Go leave your comment underneath Maynard's.
Yeah, because he's a fucking lame-o. Alright, everybody. We're done. Say goodbye.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.